Peace, everybody. This is Trav with Unlimited Scaling. Excuse me with the bad lighting and I kind of had a busy day. I didn't really get to record nothing. So I know the information in all these videos can be used in somebody's life to help them grow somehow, some way. You know, but this video don't really have an actual topic, but maybe it'll come to me, you know, while I'm recording it. But basically, how to deal with somebody that always try to paint you as being a bad guy, and always try to paint themselves as being a victim, even though they diabolical, wicked, and unrepentant of their wicked ways. How do you deal with somebody like that? You know. So first off, I want to say, hope everybody had a safe weekend, you know, and had reconciliation, because I had reconciliation, which is of shalom. You know, I've seen family who I haven't seen in a while, and everybody was happy to see each other, and there was nothing fake about it. Everybody was just chilling. You know, I don't celebrate no pagan holidays. To me, it was just about just seeing people who I haven't seen in a while, and you know, because I do care about people, even though they might not like me sometimes, or might experience jealousy sometimes. You know, I wish the best for everybody, even the people who might not think so. But yeah, so how do you deal with somebody like that? Some would call that a covert narcissist. You know, that's what some would call it. I'm gonna park over here since it's good lighting. But yeah, some would call that a covert narcissist. To me, I guess I don't want to throw titles out there, because you know how some people are. You know, some people love to be the victim and might say, I don't like that video. You could be in a call with your partner and they actually do this, and they might look at you and say, why are you watching that? Can you go to something else? And maybe that's a telltale sign, you know. But pretty much, you know, with people like that, you know, the best thing you can do is not get sucked into the BS. You know, don't let them suck you into all that. You know, if they do stuff like that, let's say money's kind of tight around your home, and they do stuff like leave like little fans on all day, leave lights on when it's 100 degrees outside, and they do this low key, like taking shots at you, and because they know you gotta pay that energy bill, you know, or you know, anything like that. They just, well, you know, that's what they're doing. You know, just be elegant about it. Just be elegant about it, and always use flow state. You know, use flow state whenever people try to come at you with that negative energy. You know, they try to be like, you see, I told y'all she was like that, and she was gonna get mad. You know, don't let them don't let them get you into them type of situations where they can easily put the finger and say you the bad person in the situation when it's really them. You know, so the best thing to do is to just, you know, put a smile on your face. You know, when you smile, you release your body release chemicals, natural body chemicals. I can't remember them off the top of my head right now, but it releases those chemicals that make you feel good and make you happy. You know, so just smile and just proceed on, and turn that off, you know, behind them, and let them be petty, because they're the ones who, you know, with the negative energy, not you. Don't let them spread that to you and contaminate your day. You know, because people with these low down scheming ways and all, what they don't realize is they really hurting themselves. And some of them don't see it because they're in the dark. They walk in darkness, pretending to walk in the light. They don't see it. So what's gonna happen is, with some of them, by the time they actually wake up, it's gonna be way too late. So, you know, let them be that way. You feel me? Because they're only hurting themselves. They know they got a good person in their life, and they know it'll eat them up inside if that good person got with somebody else. And that person who you got with, brother or sister, that person who you got with, they know they'll never be able to measure up to that person. So all they can do is just be hate, and they'll be sad, whatever. And, you know, so let them be lame. You feel me? Let them be lame. And you just continue to grow. You continue to grow and elevate in all things that you do, from your holistic health to spiritually with the Most High, and all other ways with your job. Just continue to grow, and you'll be straight. You know, that's all you can do. Focus on you when you're dealing with somebody that's toxic, who don't want to grow, that's stuck on repeat. You gotta continue to go up. Don't let them stop you. And then you go back to work. Like, let's say you had a nice weekend, you go back to work. To some people who got crazy ways, and those same people with the crazy ways be trying to do little things to trigger you. Let them play games with themselves, because you ain't tapped into none of that they're doing. You concentrating on your flow state and on your job. And if you have to, like I always say, if you can bring these, bring some of those, or put one in, and if you can, put one of these in too, and boom, turn the volume down on all that goofy behavior. You ain't got to worry about it. You're good. Don't let these clowns contaminate you and let you drop to their low level. Because anybody and everybody has the opportunity to become better. Everybody. Either you're going to do the work and grow. The parts of you that is immature, that's petty, that you need to work on. If you don't want to work on that, that's you. But you can't take that out on nobody else, because you said they working on themselves and you not. You can't get mad at them or get jealous or feel no type of way. Look in the mirror. Change that person. Because if you change that person, that's when the problems disappear. Out of pettiness and mugs trying to driving slow like sloths in the daytime, and at nighttime driving all on your back, and they see you park somewhere, so they try to park behind you and try to irritate you, or just on some BS. Don't pay attention to the static, to the NPCs. Let them be that. Because the problem is inside of them, and they're trying to spread it to you. They gotta deal with their problems. We all have things to deal with. You just gotta do it. You gotta take action. And that's what it's about, taking action. Straight up. So, if you work a job and you feel like you don't make enough, and your partner just seeming like to buy a new shirt, new pair of pants, new pair of sneakers here and there, and you feel some type of way about that, all you gotta do is just get a side hustle. And get my ebook, Unlimited Scaling with a Plug, or at least click on the link and check it out. Because the information in that book will help you. Guaranteed. You'll make your money back from the purchaser. You'll see. Just check it out. That's my word, because I do everything that's in that book. You know what I'm saying? But yep, this is Travis Yoho. Unlimited scaling. Toxicity comes, but there's ways to deal with it. There's ways to take it and catch it and turn darkness into light, because you can't destroy energy. But what you can do is transmute it or transform it into good energy. And you can release it out there to the people. Like if you picture the energy field around you, because we all have an energy field, and everything that you want out of life, whether it's more success, love, picture that going in every direction, and people you talk to, somebody, you picture the energy field in front of you, and picture both of y'all energy fields becoming a big energy field that's light and beautiful, and all the demonic entities around, picture them being pushed out, and they try to get back in, but they can't. They get zapped every time, so they go away. And that big energy between you and that person, it'll make y'all connect better. Y'all will have a better conversation, and everything will be great. That's a beautiful way to handle things. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put that into play today. But yeah, man. Don't let, and the people who refuse to do the work and refuse to grow, don't allow them to put you in a negative space. Continue to grow. Straight up. This is Trap with Unlimited Scaling with a Plug. And may y'all have a good night and a good tomorrow. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Tell me about anybody in your life. You don't have to use a name, but tell me about somebody in your life that tries to contaminate your energy, your light, and turn it into darkness, and how you handle that. I'll comment back, and if you want, I'll give you my advice, things that I've actually done. Because I've been on both sides. I've been a guy who constantly get in trouble, standing in front of a judge, all that, spending thousands on attorneys. I've been that dude, the troublemaker. And now I'm the one that's growing and constantly evolving. And I'm dealing with negativity sometimes, and I actually deal with it pretty well. So I got a lot of wisdom, So This is Trap. Peace to everybody, and have a good day, night, and week. Peace. Shalom.